shortly, people will start telling me, won't you, people? Won't you? You will, won't you? Yes, you will. Right. Let's see what's happening. Oh, yes. In your world, that is. You can see my world. I'm driving again. Didn't think I'd be back so soon. And in fact, half the time that's disappeared into the past between my last broadcast and this one, 50% of that time was actually being used to try and initiate this broadcast. I hasten to add, it wasn't anything to do with the app, I don't think, on this occasion that was causing such an issue. More to do with other technology, such as power. Yeah. So all this is all kind of part of the beta program, really. Let me just see who's there. Somebody's there. Oh, good. Let's just double checking things before I say hello to Diva Dwarf again. Goodness me, Rose. Are you stuck inside today at home? Is that why you're able to join us yet again? Hope you're having a good day up there. I don't know. Can you see the clouds ahead? Actually, do you know what's working? I can't believe it. I can actually see the view that I was supposed to see earlier. Before it was just a black screen, but now I can see both cameras together. The one on me, and that's called a confidence feed, for want of better words, in professional live studio environments. You know, they always have well, they should have, otherwise they're silly. They always have, in general, a television screen of what you're producing in a live news studio, for example. Everything that's going out from the studio to your homes, as you see it on the screen, they usually have a television in that area where the producer is, the director is, and all the techie people, so that if that screen goes blank, then they know there's a problem, whether it's simply the fuse has gone in the plug of that device or something else. Now, it looks to me that my device up there, it's not happy with the power. It seems to be using more power than it's actually being charged with, so to speak, as it's charging slower than it is using power. So it's saying to me again that the device is hungry for power and it's low battery. Well, we'll see how we go anyway, but these things happen. But at least I know now, once I'm back at base, what I need to focus on and understand as to why it's not working. The worst thing is that everything's sorted out as it should be. By the way, the station in front of me, you see that bridge? That's an underground subway railway. It's the end of the underground system pretty much for London, out in the countryside, as you can sort of see, which is why it's not underground. And that is Debden station on the Central line. Yeah. How's the picture looking there, Diva Dwarf? I just realised I've got to... Yeah, I'm at home. I'm about to start my stream, but I'll watch you for a while. You're going to start your stream? Are you serious? Are you going to live stream? Are you serious? Goodness me, this will be a departure. Well, I mean, I don't know how long you've been live streaming for and on what platform, but no doubt you'll tell us if you want us to know. And everyone will head over there, I guess. What are you going to be doing? Cooking? Knitting? Or just telling us some anecdotes of how life is in general, often the distant past, perhaps. I don't know. You're going to tell us, aren't you? I hope. Right, let's see. There's so many buttons in these vehicles these days. It's so good actually to be back on the road as well. So that's a good thing. For those that aren't aware, I had an accident. Wasn't my fault. Well, no, it wasn't my fault. It was just when I say it's because unfortunately there's no one else to answer to that accident, because the other driver drove off. It was 11 o'clock at night in the middle of January, towards the end of January. I think it's January the 20th, give or take 48 hours, let's say, when I had that accident. And yeah, it wasn't very pleasant. When is an accident ever pleasant? This here, oh, actually, do you know what? I might... No, I actually, that's a mistake. I would normally take the motorway, but in fact, you know what? Let's do it. Let's see what's going on here, people. I'm going to chance it. I was advised earlier on that the road on the end of the motorway, it's pretty dire. That was about 2 hours ago. So we're going to use the motorway. That's a last moment decision, because we can. And this is the M11, would you believe, that we're going on. We've used it plenty before, and I've been broadcasting while driving on the M for motorway M11 highway. equivalent of the USA Autobahn if you're in Germany, started streaming in November. Did you? Oh, you haven't stopped since. That's excellent, excellent. No, obviously you said you're starting a broadcast, so obviously you do start and stop, otherwise one would be forgiven for thinking you're constantly streaming 24 hours a day. Right, I wonder what this has in store for us then, this drive. Hopefully you can still see me. I'm still getting warnings of the old power. People out there, if you do lose the vision on the road camera, I'm sorry about that. And I'm certainly not going to be able to hook comments too well now that I'm on such a major road. London, 15 miles. Don't know if you saw that on that sign there. Where I have to reach is about 4 miles. Not too far. It won't be long before we need some juice as well. Yes, aka gasoline, petrol. For all you out there. Right. I do hope you can at least enjoy the ride until the end of the motorway, because that's actually where we're going to. The motorway begins and starts where our journey on this occasion almost ends. Yeah, in the northeast area of London, on the borders of the county called Essex. That's how it's going. What? It's going static, did you say? I think that's what you said. Hello, testing. This microphone's working here. The one I'm patting there. 1 2 1 2 pat. Is that the external microphone that's working? I do hope so. Otherwise, it means that it's not plugged in properly. And earlier on our previous broadcast, it was working lovely. But because I had to exit the vehicle, I had to unplug the microphone for one reason or another. That was one reason, if not the other. I'd understand. Well, I'd be confused if someone said the picture was going static, because I'd be wondering what they mean. Does it mean pixelizing, a bit of flickering, or perhaps it's freezing, and that's the word they were using for static, if you see what I mean. Right. And you can see it's the end of the motorway now. It's asking us to slow down 50 miles an hour. Yeah, because those of you that are watching internationally and you're not familiar, the motorway here allows you to travel at a maximum speed of 50 miles an hour. And there's a big camera just next to where I am right now, and if we don't slow down, we'll have to smile and it'll snap us. I say rumour has it, I think it's a fact, it's been reported in the news, that camera that we've just passed at the bottom of the M11, because it's it's almost the most southern point of the motorway, it makes the most money for those that collect the revenue from such cameras in this sort of area, if not the whole of the M11. Who knows, maybe more. Right, now I've got to make a decision. I know which way we're going to go. I'm going to go, I forgot I've got an option here to go one of two ways to exit the motorway, and I'm going to take on board the information I was given earlier, which was the traffic was very heavy on one of the exits. So instead of veering left, I'm going to veer right, which I wouldn't usually do. It's still there, people. Help! Oh, for goodness me, we need some acknowledgement here on the chat, people. Otherwise, I just think that the broadcast has ended, particularly as we're in testing mode at the moment. Hey, look at the car in front. It's similar to the one I'm driving. Well, that's a convertible version. It's like you can make out there the roof, actually in the summertime, you know. Big contour. Convertible. Well, here we go. There's all traffic. Oh my goodness me. Oh, that's okay. Everyone's taking the same decision as I. They can all see that the traffic is horrendous on the left. And so, I forget and I don't need to shout, but then I do until Diva Dwarf reminds me, or someone out there, one of you out there tells me that we are using that external microphone. You see all the traffic on the left there? Horrendous. Well, we're going to the right. We would usually go. Oh my goodness. I've got to tell you, that information that I was given earlier was absolutely spot on. The trouble is now, because a lot of traffic has now travelled in this direction that wouldn't otherwise. Oh my God, I can see over, I don't know if you'll see the traffic in the opposite direction in just a moment, I believe. It is shocking. Oh, and that camera's, I think, I think it says it's trying to reconnect. Typical. Goodness me, the traffic in the opposite direction. I think you've reconnected now. No? What? Oh goodness. It is absolutely shocking. So if you want to send out a good tweet that's worth something to people, tell them that the traffic between the Waterworks roundabout and the M11, yes, you get me right, the Waterworks roundabout and the M11, the traffic is going clockwise on the North Circular Road, A406 road, to give you the correct number. Look at it, you can see it. I can't believe the camera's still on, actually, because it did, as I said earlier, that traffic camera that I'm using, the second camera, using forward my journey. Well, it did say it was going to give up soon because the power needed more power. Right, here we are, we're coming off here anyway. Can't believe that traffic. That is going all over towards the Chingford area. Shocking. And it's causing chaos locally all the way around here. Incredible. Okay, it's moving on the other side now, but absolutely chocker of these roads right now. Okay, we'll pull over here because this is later on. Over at the Woodford area now, for those that are wondering. I do wonder about this apps that asks you that if you can give location when you're broadcasting. Do you want to? Can you? Something like that. But I don't know how it then relays the location to the other platforms that it distributes this to when you're connected, because we're connected to Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. I don't think it does. I think it's for apps, owns and data. How are we doing now? I'm going to be stuck here for 4 minutes. It's 4 p.m. local time, as I say this here. The rest of the UK on the Eastern Standard Time Zone in the USA, Canada, along the eastern borders there. It is now 11 a.m. Saturday morning, as I say this. 13th of March 2021. But of course, if you are in the Middle East, it's 6 p.m. right now, particularly if your name is Jez the Star and you're in Beirut, Lebanon. If you joined us earlier on, that was great. What other comments have we got here? No other comments. Oh my goodness me. People aren't there. What are you doing, people? Well, I mean, you are there, but you're just not commenting. You're probably busy doing your thing, as you should be. And if you're watching on the replay, please do share, like and follow. Certainly follow, then you'll receive a notification when I go live in the future. Oh, it's raining. Can you see the rain? Oh dear. There's seriously grey, very dark grey clouds over us and ahead, as you might be able to see again there. And that is exactly what we're experiencing right now, is the precipitation falling from those. Not good. I think we've done pretty well though. If that traffic had been tailing back any more to the motorway, which I hasten to add it wouldn't do, for the simple reason, the reason it wouldn't do is because if that traffic did tail back any further, it won't, because before it does that, we'll reach the situation where we have already, which is people can see it ahead of them, and therefore they're deciding, hang on a minute, that route is not for me. And so they ended up travelling the direction that we went in. Heading towards the Leighton area now from Woodford. And if you happen to be watching and you're local, or you're familiar with this area, you'll know exactly where I am. The edge of Epping Forest is what you can see to the left and to the right of your screens, people. Well, that is on the right hand side of the screen. That camera pointing out and showing you the traffic and the trees. That's what I'm referring to, that little region there. Okay, so we're going to be broadcasting. That was very quick, by the way, back there, wasn't it? I said we'd be about 4 minutes before we get through that. There's a very big roundabout called the Woods. 30 seconds. I was quite surprised there. I thought the traffic would be bumper to bumper. To my right, venue to be able to see it just about closed down because it's all to do with nightlife. It's had a number of names over the last handful of decades. and I can't remember its current name, which is why I'm just holding my breath, so to speak, on that. And it's my, do you know, I think it's changed names. My Sheesh. Of course, yes, I do remember someone mentioning that name. To that nightclub, and the sound, therefore soundproofing, and not as many sound problems as there are when they're more immediate neighbours. Oh, have we lost the camera? No, I've lost that view. That view that should always be a reliant one, which is so that I can see what you can see. It's disappeared. Screen's gone completely blank again. Let's try it one more time. I don't think it's going to recover. I'll be very... Oh, hang on. Oh, no. Dear. There we are. Let's try and press it again properly. I'm not convinced, though. It's definitely cold out. I'm purposely not putting the heating on here because... there we are. Oh, right. That view has come back. I'm almost in shock. Right. There you go. And yeah, I haven't put the heating on here, even though I'm a little bit chilly, because otherwise it would be noisy. And I'm just considerate for you guys and girls out there, you know, making sure that the experience is as best as possible. Right. Again, this is all part of Epping Forest. Snaresbrook is where we're heading to now. At the end of this road, which is about half a mile, might be a bit longer actually. It's one of the most exclusive halls. The car just turned off down there. I believe, something like that. And it's just tucked away to the left here, behind the trees. Anyway, I would think it was a school. Is my traffic camera still working? I think it is. A lot of people walking out today, and look at the pond where we like to visit from time to time. Haven't visited there enough this year. Ducks, geese, swans, other wildlife there. And so right just beyond the pond is Snaresbrook Crown Court, one of the busiest Crown courts, criminal courts in the UK. And it used to be the courthouse. It's a great building. Used to be an orphanage at one point. I think it was part of the Dr. Barnardo's orphanages and organisation, which is now the charity of Dr. Barnardo's in the UK. Certainly they are synonymous with helping homeless young people and helping them integrate back into life. The one thing I love about Dr. Barnardo's, they have some sort of, it's like a little village that they own and operate, a number of houses, and it's not too far. I think they have more than just the one, but there's certainly one in an area called Barkingside near here. And these houses, I was led to believe, is where they allow people to go that are just about to start out in the big wide world for themselves for one of the first times ever. And it sort of, if you like, helps people to well, understand what it's like to live on your own, initially I guess with other people, but just how you need to, you know, the things you need to do. Teaches you how to live, do your ironing, washing, shopping for food, all that sort of stuff. Right, as we turn in a moment, everyone, I think I'm going to end the broadcast. I'm going to have to, actually, because I'm almost at my destination once again. So I'll say thank you very much for watching live or on the replay, and it'll be interesting to see. I'll have a quick look at this one back later as well and check it out technically, because this is one of the first times I've been out in a long time mobile with all this sort of paraphernalia and technology, and I haven't really used this before on apps like I have today, and I'm rather happy with myself that I finally have managed to do this, particularly as spring's on its way, summer's on its way. We want to get out more and share the sunnier, better days with you. And we're just passing Snaresbrook station on the Central Line, Railway, which is again the under. I don't know if you can see the tube train at the top there, just passing by. So, yeah, that's heading back towards the station I showed you at the very beginning, Devon. I can't believe it's still without power. Only because the device was earlier on. It was desperate to be fed some more external power. Thanks everyone for watching. Stay safe, particularly through this crazy pandemic, the COVID-19 situation. And the final quarter of a mile of my journey, if that, is absolutely horrendous ahead, as I can see the traffic, the whole high street ahead. It's never as busy as it is right now. I'm just going to double check. I don't think you can see. And the rain comes down just to, oh goodness, just to make it even worse. And you lost me. No, here I am. I'm here. That's because there we go. If you slip just a micromillimeter ish, then you end up flipping the camera by accident. I better go now because I know something's going to happen to the technology. Thanks everyone for watching. Do share, like, and follow. I'll catch up with you soon. Stay safe, not in shame. You say you want to follow. That's me. Bye bye for now.